my new Paraglider line measuring jig. I've used about 3 different methods over the years, and this is my final invention after reviewing a lot of videos online. Anyhow, I got a 6-foot track board that slides my measuring in. So I got to cut it. Last thing I got to do is cut a V-tab here, and this is where I put the canopy tabs. The knot right there, and then so this track, as you can see, allows me to slide this up to 6 feet, because the differences between your wingtips and your center of your canopy, they can vary from 3.5 to 5 feet differences. And this way I don't have to keep readjusting my laser light to the other end once it's set up and it's all ready to go for the complete measuring of the entire glider. But if you look closely here, I have the canopy end will hook on the back end of this with the knot, and which is going to be at the knot's going to be at the front face of this wood, and so I have my line measuring device right at the front face of this wood, so that things are going to be proper. And so if you look at the other end, once I hit my, let me, I don't know if I can get this all in here. So if I slide this back, hit the laser light, so you can see it at the other end, reflecting off, and then for its measurement, it's got 2,873 millimeters for this distance. And so when I'm pulling that back, it's actually, because I'm doing one line at a time, and so it's going to take a line and it's going to pull it, and when it pulls it, it's lifting this 5-kilogram weight off the floor. And that way I have equal tension for all my line measurements. My risers are in right here, and my reflector tab is right at the back end of the risers. That way everything is uniformly done. So this is my final setup. Your tables here can be set anywhere from, whatever the distance your glider is going to be, anywhere from 7 to 8 meters apart. And then once you set it up, you can do your whole glider measurement. The system had previous to this was a little more rudimentary, and it was a sawhorse here with the drawer slide at this end, and then under my cabinet here I had another drawer slide that was lifting a weight off a pulley. And so at this end, I'd be hooking the canopy tab here with the knot, and then I'd slide this drawer slide back so it could pull the risers that were secured at the other end. My line measure was backed up to here and taped onto here, and so at this end the risers were hooked into here, and then when this pulled it, it's lifting this 5-kilogram weight off the floor, I should say. So it was just, there's a pulley back there. Okay. The problem with this system, even though it worked, was that my driveway's not level. It slopes down. So as I did the center of my wing, my sawhorse was at a different level than as I progressed to the wingtip, so I had to keep readjusting the laser light to hit my target at this end. And so it was just, I'd do 3 lines, readjust, realign, 3 lines, readjust, realign. It was just very time consuming. And so, and then previous to this method, there was a time where I've actually hooked the risers to here before I invented any of this other stuff. And I just pulled tension by holding a line measure at the canopy tab. And I was just pulling it and guesstimating the tension, and obviously you can't be uniform that way. And that was my first go at it, and then I did this 2 drawer slide scenario, and then finally I got this system here, which I think is going to be pretty darn sweet. Can't wait to use it.